Hey everyone, Complex back with another video, and today we're going to continue on the Dragon Age theme and talk about my favorite mods for Dragon Age Inquisition. These are some of the mods that I consider personally essential mods, and I wanted to share them with you today. Now, before we dive into the mod list, I did want to let you all know that I am personally using .dai mods as opposed to using Frosty or Frosty plus the .dai mods. It just makes my life a little bit easier when streaming Dragon Age Inquisition as well as doing a personal playthrough all at the same time, so that way I can switch out mods quickly and not have to worry about like the game crashing or any freezes in the DLCs and stuff like that. But there are a wide variety, and even more, like every single day I've been noticing on Nexus, of Frosty mods, and the Frosty mods are stunning. A lot of the new hair mods coming out, a lot of the replacers. So down the road, we will absolutely do a separate video talking about Frosty mods, how to use them along .dai mods, as well as what some of my favorites are. And I will also leave a link in the description down below for not only just the mods that I am talking about today, but also for the .dai mod manager. It is still the old one that we've been using. I know on the Nexus page it says depreciated. It just means that they are not updating it or supporting it anymore, but the mod manager itself works just fine. So you too can use some of these mods. But let's just dive on into my top favorite mods. Up first, we have the War Table No Waiting mod. It does literally what it says. It makes that there is no waiting at the War Table. You can just get all of it done instantaneously. You can binge a whole bunch of War Table missions at once if you want to, and then get on with playing. Or you can be like me and procrastinate forever doing them and then have to do them all right at the end so they actually get done. The one thing to note, though, is that because this mod is all instantaneous, if you are trying to make sure that you have the correct advisor doing each of the missions, it doesn't give you the queue for the less time like it does in the normal game. So you might need to look a few things up on the wiki or just look up some walkthroughs in order to make sure you're getting the outcomes that you would like to have. Up next, we have more Inquisition levels. Now, if you've played Dragon Age Inquisition before, you know that as you're playing by closing rifts, completing requisitions, and just basically helping people along, you get Inquisition levels, and those levels allow you to get perks at the War Table. Now, I, for one, don't like having that stifled and not being able to get all the perks in a single playthrough, especially because how long a single playthrough can take. So this mod allows you to basically have as many Inquisition levels as you can possibly get in a playthrough, so then that way if you'd like to unlock all the perks, you can. Now up next, we have unlock and change specs. What this mod allows you to do is have all of the specializations unlocked from the moment you start playing the game or just the moment you install this mod. So you can install it at any point in your playthrough, but if you're somebody that wants to be able to use the 3 extra specializations without having to unlock just one of them or just have them all available to you from the get-go, this mod is perfect for that. I personally sometimes like role-playing a character. That's incredibly powerful from the start. I also sometimes like role-playing as somebody who dabbles in both Knight Enchanter and maybe a little bit of necromancy or something like that, just to give the game a little bit more flavor and to give my character a little bit more of a personalized story. And this mod is fantastic for that. It allows you to do quite a bit as far as building your character based off of their powers and telling a story that way. Now, this mod also comes with a separate download that is called Unlock Explore Abilities. And what that does is if you want to, as a mage, unlock a door that's locked and you normally need a rogue for, you can, which I, for one, am obsessed with because it allows you to, if you want, maybe have an all mage party, or you could have an all rogue party and still be able to kick down a door or use the barrier lift that the mages have to do. So it allows you to basically, as any kind of character, do any of the explorability, so that way you are not stifled by what kind of party makeup you have to have in the game. Up next, we have a mod called More Banter, and I will say this mod was a game changer when I installed it into my game. So as you know, as you're kind of roaming around the world, your companions will have banter with each other. Now, normally what happens is the game kind of runs on its own timer according to the mod description, and anytime between like 10 and 20 minutes, the banter could or could not trigger. So sometimes you'll get banter, sometimes you won't, but this mod forces it at every 15 minutes to play. which is awesome because you are now going to be able to hear a lot of the banter that maybe you've never heard before. I have an obnoxious amount of time into this game, and I am still hearing banter thanks to this mod that I had never heard before, and some of it's actually really good and also just really entertaining. So I cannot recommend this mod enough. It'll definitely change a lot of different things for you, and hopefully you will finally start to hear some banter that maybe you haven't heard before. So the next mod I have for you is called Armor No Class Restrictions Remade. This allows you to wear any armor as any class. It literally does exactly what it says, which is awesome because sometimes I like actually using mage armor on a rogue, depending on like what kind of pajamas I'm using and stuff like that, because sometimes the legs look a lot better. If you watched my dwarf playthrough with Lila, actually she wore all mage armor because she had the really nice jammies that were all black, so it allowed me to customize her armor really nicely. So with this mod just allows you to do that. It allows you to put any armor on any person that you're going to make. It should also allow you to do that with any that you pick up. Sometimes there are some random restrictions in the world. It doesn't remove, though, the race restriction. It is literally just the class restriction. So if you're a dwarf, you can't wear human-only armor, and if you're a human, you can't wear dwarf-only armor. It literally just removes the class restriction as opposed to the race restriction on particular armors. Now, the mod I have up for you next probably comes as no surprise. It is called Enhanced Inquisitor Sliders. It used to be called Enhanced Inquisitor Colors, and I have an entire mod spotlight on it, which I will link in the description down below. This mod has a new update that is frosty only, and that has a lot more sliders and customizations, but I, for one, am just using it for the hair colors, eyebrow colors, the scalp color, as well as eyelash color, and that is just an incredible customization in and itself, and it is available for .dai mods just for the hair color portion of it. Like I said, the other portion is frosty only, but this mod is phenomenal. It allows you to customize your hair color to basically be whatever you want. There is so much customization potential here. I absolutely love it. And this mod is fantastic. I cannot recommend it enough. If you're somebody that loves character creation, you absolutely have to give this mod a try. And last but not least, we have Inquisition Vallaslin Change. So what this mod does is it imports the original Vallaslin from DAO into the game, and it replaces it for all elves, Inquisitor, and just elves that have Vallaslin throughout the game included. I like the continuity between the original games and this game having all the same Vallaslin, so this is a must for me. I also just personally prefer the designs of the original Vallaslin, and there are some in there that I think are absolutely quite stunning and elaborate, and I enjoy having those on my characters, so for me, this mod is an essential. But y'all, that is going to be it for me today. I hope that you enjoyed walking through my favorite mods for DAI. Hopefully you maybe found a new mod to add into your mod list as well, or maybe now you're just ready to start playing DAI again. I know for myself personally, I can't wait to hop back into stream and to play some more with y'all, and also now just play some more in my free time because this game is utterly stunning and the mods just make it all the more fun. But if you have any questions, leave it in the comments down below or find me on Twitch. I do stream DAI, and I'm always happy to help when and where I can. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your night and or day, depending on where you are in the world, and I will catch you next time. Bye, guys!